This is the Lancer Locker Show on KYNT. Now, let's talk some Mount Marty University athletics with the coaches, as well as your host and the voice of Mount Marty University athletics, Tel Tanner.
Back on Monday for the Lancer Locker here on KYNT. Once again, you're listening to 102.1 FM, AM 1450. Also streaming this live on KYNT-TV, our YouTube channel, and Facebook as well. We're talking Mount Marty cheer today on the Lancer Locker with the head coach of the cheer program in Joe Erickson. We always love talking to this guy, a man who really needs no introductions to listeners of KYNT. He's been on the air a lot over the years, not just because he's an incredible coach, but also the family connections here with KYNT as well. Obviously, Jeff Erickson, his father, the host of the Totally Yankton Morning Show, who you heard this morning and will hear again tomorrow and the rest of the week and so on and so forth for the end of time, because we love that guy. He'll be here from 6 to 9 a.m. tomorrow. But Joe and I sat down and spoke about Mount Marty University cheer today at length, as well as Mount Marty University's Giving Day. Giving Day is back. It is here. It is tomorrow. Giving Day is tomorrow at the Mount starting at noon. Going 24 hours. We will be there ourselves from noon to 2. I'm hoping to be up on the Mount myself for that one. As you can tell, however, I'm feeling some type of way today, maybe with the voice. Blew it out over the weekend calling some exciting Mount Marty University baseball, which was a lot of fun. So with that, let's go ahead and get into our week in review of some of the Lancer athletics that have happened, especially focusing on baseball and softball, but we'll also talk a little bit of golf. There are golf meets going on today at Mount Mercy University and then tomorrow at Doane as well on the men's side of things for Mount Marty University golf. On the women's side, when it comes to golf, they do not have a meet today. They do have a meet coming up next weekend, however, Friday, Saturday at the Graceland University Spring Invitational down in Missouri. So golf season is back. We're going to have some more results tomorrow, once again, with Jeff Erickson on the Totally Yankton Morning Show. When it comes to baseball and softball, and of course there's shooting sports going on as well, the shotgun sports will be at Shotgun Team Nationals tomorrow. Let's go to softball now. The softball team is 9-13 on the conference. They did start conference play on a little bit of a tough note. They did go 0-4 over the weekend, but some really close games. They started off with a couple of losses to Dakota Wesleyan University on Thursday, March 13th, and then they did fall yesterday as well. The Morningside, 3-1 in Yankton, and then 10-7 in Yankton versus Morningside as well. But the Lancers do have another opportunity coming up this Friday at Briar Cliff University in Sioux City, and then at Northwestern in Orange City on Saturday. Friday, Saturday, 4 games for the softball team and a chance to bounce back. For the baseball team, they started off 1-3 in conference as well. They're 12-8 on the season. The games we called, where I lost my voice, versus Northwestern University here in Yankton on Thursday. Lancers did fall in both of those games, 3-2 and 5-3 to Northwestern. They then went down to Crete and faced one of the top teams in the GPAC over the last couple of years, and they beat them in game 1, 8-2, in a high-flying game there. They played really, really well. Doane then won game 2 in a close one, pitcher's duel there, 2-1. Was the final score, Doane over Mount Marty. So the Lancers, once again, go 1-1 yesterday with Doane. They are 1-3 in conference play. They go to Briar Cliff University they host Briar Cliff University this upcoming Saturday. Here in Yankton, we'll have coverage of those ball games right here on KYNT and KYNT-TV. I will have the coverage myself. That's your week in review of Lancer Athletics and kind of the things that are going on around Mount Marty. With that, let's go ahead and take a break. We're going to come back in a couple of minutes, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Giving Day, a little bit more about Mount Marty Cheer, all with the head coach of Mount Marty Cheer, Joe Erickson. Joe talked with me on the phone a little earlier today was this interview. A little earlier today, we spoke on the phone about this. So let's go ahead and take that break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes with Joe Erickson of Mount Marty University.
Moving is hard work. This is Deb Speck from Vision Real Estate, and I'd like to show you how I can make moving a little easier. From staging your home, providing moving boxes, and the use of our enclosed courtesy trailer, to the behind-the-scenes marketing, attention to detail, you can rest easy knowing you have an experienced professional working for you. Call me, Deb Speck, at 605-664-5555.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more. All at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. For your convenience, you can call and order curbside pickup or order online at meatlodge.com. The Meat Lodge in Yankton, on the way to the lake on Highway 52.
This is Jenny from Slumberland Furniture in Yankton. Looking for a refresh in your home? Want to change up your space? Take advantage of our free interior design service. We can help reimagine your room using new pieces that will work with what you currently have. At Slumberland, you'll find the best brand name furniture and quality mattresses with the best customer service possible. See us at 2401 Broadway in Yankton.
You buy, you shoot, and you score. This is Brandon Tycrow from Lewis & Clark Ford. It's back. March Motor Madness. During March, make a sweet deal on a newer pre-owned vehicle from Lewis & Clark Ford, and we'll take you to the free throw line for 3 shots at our showroom hoop for a chance to make your deal even sweeter. Every shot made is an additional $100 off the deal. March Motor Madness going on now at Lewis & Clark Ford, 4th and Capitol in Yankton.
When you need a break, Pizza Ranch is ready. Rough day or good day, sometimes you just need a buffet. And we've got all your favorites always ready to serve. Come to the place that puts a smile on your face. This is Mike at Yankton Pizza Ranch. If you need pizza, desserts, or the country's best chicken, our buffet is ready for you every day from 11 to 8. So make today a buffet day at Yankton Pizza Ranch.
It's where life tastes better. Surround them up and head her down to Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at Parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Neutral Vodka Seltzer shows you that simple actually means more. Rooted in simplicity, Neutral knows that often the simple choice is the one that sparks the most joy. Neutral is a tasty cocktail in a can that's unpretentious and uncomplicated. The gluten-free seltzer has just 100 calories and no added sugar. Focused on simple ingredients, vodka, seltzer, and real fruit juice. Neutral offers a delicious taste, proving that hard seltzer doesn't have to be hard. Grab your favorite variety of Neutral Vodka Seltzers today.
All right, back here on the Lancer Locker on KYNT. I am Tel Tanner. Once again, apologize for the voice a little bit today, as blew it out over the weekend calling some Mount Marty baseball. But let's go ahead and bring in the head coach of Mount Marty University cheer now, in Joe Erickson. Joe, thanks for coming in and talking with me here today. Appreciate you taking the time.
Of course, Tel. It's always a great day when I get to meet with you.
Well, we got you on the line here. I wanted to keep you out of the studio today, as obviously I'm feeling some type of way. But let's talk about your season and kind of how everything went. Now, we can see the results of kind of what happened with the GPAC meet and everything else. But can you tell me about this season and what kind of went on with Mount Marty cheer?
Yeah, it was a great season. I mean, all things considered, we battled some injuries throughout the season, but this team did a great job at adapting, overcoming, and finding a way to fight through some of the injuries that we had. It was a great year across all GPAC cheer for every team, as we continue to move forward. We see the gap getting smaller and smaller. I think that GPAC going into it to the conference championship, it really could have gone a lot of different ways for a lot of teams, and it just kind of comes down to how are you going to perform on that day. But all in all, we had a great season. We broke our own scoring record a couple of times. I expect that record will be shattered again a few times next year. And on top of that, we had, for the first time ever, we had kids trying out for all conference. As a young team, that was something that we hadn't had in the past. Our all conference goes a little bit differently than most sports. You look across the stats they have on the season, but we don't necessarily have stats. So it comes down to an all conference tryout or a performance that you have to do that showcases skills across different areas. We had 4 athletes try out for all conference. We had 2 of our members make the all conference second team. That was freshman Sarah Johnson out of Brandon, South Dakota, and then sophomore Tabitha Sadler out of Mitchell. They both made second team all conference, and looking ahead, we're looking to do some really big things next year, and I expect to have a lot more people on the all conference first and second team next year.
What's leading to this? You got a lot of young athletes that are in here performing well. What's led to that, bringing them in over the last couple of years?
Yeah, this was actually, I feel like I've been coaching here forever, but this is actually the very first year that every athlete on the team was someone that I have recruited, and that was a really cool feeling this year. The recruitment process, when it comes to building a new team, right, it's about playing the long game. I didn't want to go out my first year and completely fill the roster because then I knew I'd be at a deficit when those kids graduated. So this was the first year that it was all kids that I had recruited. We only have 1 junior this year. That's our most senior member, and so we definitely have the depth and the longevity on our side now. And on top of having a couple of absolute knockout recruitment classes the last couple of years, we have another amazing recruitment class coming in. We're at eight committed athletes right now. That number is going to keep growing, and so we're really going to look to add some depth and skill to people who can come in and make an immediate impact for our program.
You mentioned you've been coaching here a long time, and you're no stranger to some postseason awards yourself, obviously winning Coach of the Year a couple of times there. I was kind of surprised this year. I've grown accustomed to you winning that it was another name besides Joe Erickson, man. But you clearly have done a good job. What kind of leads to some of that postseason voting on not only Coach of the Year, but for your all-conference members as well?
So, yeah, like with all-conference, what we do, because we don't have stats throughout the year, what they do is there's a set of criteria that every tryout athlete must meet as far as skills that they're going to be performing. There's a stunting aspect of it. There's a standing tumbling portion, a running tumbling portion, and then a series of jumps that need to be done. And everyone performs those set skills, and then those tryouts are then judged by a panel of judges, and those athletes with the highest scores are placed on to their given teams. And so that's kind of how all conference tryouts go. And then as far as Coach of the Year, we did that a little bit differently this year. In the past, we had voted on all conference Coach of the Year, or the GPAC Coach of the Year at the very beginning. The very first thing we did when we got to the conference championship as coaches was we voted on it right then and there, and then they announced it at the conference meet. This year we waited until the conclusion, voted on it the following day just to kind of let everything sink in, give everyone some time to process thoughts. And, the GPAC Coach of the Year went to a really good friend of mine, Taylor Decker out of Northwestern College, and very, very deserving. She's built an amazing program over there. Nothing but respect for her and her kids. Great athletes, great people.
So what kind of goes into building a cheer program? Obviously, when you talk about recruiting and building, people think of, the high market sports like football and basketball, of bringing in recruits and stuff. What does that look like on the cheer side? How do you build a program?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my recruiting is done through a lot of different avenues. We can talk. I can meet people at cheer competitions. There's some people that I've been talking to or talking to their parents since they were, the last 4 or 5 years. Just initially them showing interest and just keeping contact with them. But we find them through different avenues. There's different recruiting websites and things like that. But so many cheerleaders out there don't understand that college recruitment is something that's possible for them. So many of these programs, like some of our neighboring schools, they have club teams or they have student organizations, and they're tryout-based, whereas our program is recruitment-based. So we go out and we chase those kids that we want. It's not dependent on, am I going to make this team? It's a communication process over time. And what we look for, we don't just look for kids with the best ability. We look for people that want to get better, who want to contribute to a positive culture. And then we utilize scholarships to get people to the campus, to school, and just really look to fill areas of need year over year, whether it be stunting, whether it be leadership, whether it be grades or tumbling. We just try to fill those gaps as best we can to ensure that we have depth year over year, so that if we have people go down with injuries, we can have backup people who are coming to the competitions with us, and they're ready to sub in at the last minute, just like a football team or a basketball team.
Coach, when it comes to scholarships and really just funding in general, Giving Day is finally here. Giving Day is tomorrow at Mount Marty University. I'm hoping to be up on the Mount myself. We're certainly going to have somebody there from about 12 to 2 p.m. tomorrow. But can you give us a preview of kind of what Giving Day is and why it's so important to Mount Marty University?
Yeah, Mount Marty does an amazing job of, having these programs, having these sports. Everything is fully funded. We try to give everyone the best college experience that they can. But as time goes on, everything in life gets more expensive. If I want to talk about my team specifically, we are a competitive cheer team, but we try our best, and we are at every single home football game. We traveled to an away football game this year, and feeding these athletes, transporting these athletes, allowing them to have team bonding experiences where we go and do Pilates, or we do different events that everyone can just be together that aren't really about practice or they aren't about competition. That stuff, it all costs money. And what we're trying to do is just help give these kids the best experience possible in their college athletic careers. And to do that, sometimes it just takes a little bit of assistance. And I think it's really about giving back to the athletes and the students of Mount Marty who give so much to this community.
We're going to talk a lot about Giving Day tomorrow here on KYNT. Once again, I'm hoping to be there myself from about noon to 2. And if I can't be there for health reasons, we'll certainly have somebody there, no doubt about that, because we want to talk about this a lot. It's an important day for Mount Marty University, Giving Day coming up tomorrow. Coach Erickson, I appreciate you for taking the time to call me and talk with me about this stuff today. Do you want to leave us with anything, final message as you go to the future of Mount Marty Cheer, Giving Day, or really your impact in general to Lancer fans?
Yeah, we appreciate all the support we get week over week from people who support Mount Marty. We support people who show up to our competitions, people who travel to our competitions, whether it is commenting on a social media post or sharing it or sharing our information with an athlete who is interested in our program. We appreciate all of that. We work hard week in and week out to try to give everyone the best competition season we can, the best game day experience that we can. And the sky is the limit for this team next year, and we're expecting really big things, and we would love any and all support that anyone's willing to give. We're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a really, really fun year next year, and it's only going to build on what these athletes have built coming up to now.
Coach Erickson, thank you very much for your time.
As always, get well soon, Till.
We're going to take a break here on the Lancer Locker. We're going to come back in a couple of minutes and wrap things up. Once again, my name is Tel Tanner. You're listening to the Lancer Locker on KYNT.
Sherco's electric accessories, more than just convenience, they're safety. Step back away from the moving parts and out of the dust. Operate your electric accessories with the push of a button. Everything from our 4500 series HD tarp to our ProTrap and AutoTrap hopper door openers to the DriveMax auger mover provide a safer working environment when teamed with the SureLink wireless system. To learn more, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
James and I are having a beef.
About which Runza burger is best.
It's the savory Swiss mushroom. Hands down.
No, it's the double cheeseburger. 2 burgers, better than 1, 'cause math.
The spicy Jack burger is also good.
True. Wait, why are we fighting?
I forget. Come get your favorite Runza burger today, because Runza makes it all better.
Want the best fast food burger around? Try Runza on Broadway by Menards in Yankton.
The Dakota Theater in Yankton is always in need of volunteers. There's something for everyone, such as being involved with shows on or off stage, selling concessions, greeting, ushering, cleaning before and after, cleaning the bathrooms, organizing, helping with the lights, the sound, the costumes, decorating, and more. The Dakota Theater in Yankton is so grateful for every volunteer. Theaters for everyone. For more information, go to dakotatheater.org or call 665-4711.
Looking for fuel or more? Stop by Triple Time Rudy's, your locally owned convenience store at 17th and Broadway. At Triple Time Rudy's, they're proud to support the community, offering fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers and backing local activities and events. Inside, you'll discover regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. Whether it's a quick snack, a tank of top-quality fuel, or a taste of local goodness, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling the community.
Hey, son, can you hand me that vice grip? As any farmer or rancher knows, having the right tools in the toolbox is important. That goes for your ag lending as well. If you're considering expansion, restructuring debt, or purchasing equipment, call Dakota Mac. We have a toolbox full of lending solutions to help you with your ag financing needs.
Hi, it's Jeff Wolfgram from Dakota Mac. Call us at 800-682-4578 to learn how Dakota Mac products can work for you.
No matter where you go to follow the action, be sure to enjoy a cold, refreshing Miller Lite or Coors Light. Whether on tap, in a can, or in a bottle, the smooth, refreshing taste of these beers make even the biggest upset easy to swallow. So kick back, grab another round, and get into the game. Miller Lite and Coors Light, always a win for any fan. Get them today at your favorite place to buy beer.
It's time to stop making excuses. The peace of mind you get after a colonoscopy is worth it. It's the best way to prevent and detect one of the deadliest cancers. In fact, your doctor can remove precancerous polyps during the procedure if necessary. That's right, before it even turns to cancer. No buts about it. Get a colonoscopy at 45 and follow up every 10 years or as recommended by your doctor. Find a location or schedule now at avera.org/colon.
Looking for a job you can crush it at? Aztec is hiring. They're seeking a variety of positions, including engineers for manufacturing, electrical software and controls and design, plus electrical technician and maintenance tech. Aztec offers competitive pay, 10 paid holidays, incredible 401k, paid parental leave, safety incentives, and a $1,000 sign-on bonus for production workers. To apply for these jobs or see what other opportunities are available, go to aztecjobs.com.
All right, back here on the Lancer Locker for the final time. My name is Tel Tanner here on KYNT. A little shorter show tonight as I'm feeling some type of way. You can hear it in the voice. I blew it out over the weekend calling those Mount Marty baseball games, but at least it was worth it. That was a fun couple of games there for the Lancers. We'll be back this upcoming weekend as they host Briarcliff University at 1 o'clock at Riverside Field. We'll have coverage here on KYNT, KYNT-V. Thanks to Joe Erickson for talking with us today. Joe, a good friend and obviously a good friend of the station. He's done a lot with us over the last couple of years, and the Mount Marty Cheer program is certainly on the rise, no doubt about that. They've got a great young core and no seniors graduating, only one junior. They are really up and coming as a program in the GPAC. I'm looking forward to the next couple years of what they're going to be when they get a little older and more experienced. That's going to do it for the Lancer Locker here today, however. Thank you for listening to this program. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and y'all have a great night. Tomorrow morning, Jeff Erickson will be back in the studio as normal from 6 to 9 a.m. for Totally Yankton. And then from noon to 2, I, myself, will be at Mount Marty University for Giving Day. Giving Day at Mount Marty, we're going to talk a lot more about it tomorrow. You're listening to the Lancer Locker. That does it for us today. Thank you.